American League West. This after defeating the A's 4-1 yesterday. A brilliant outing from Emerson Hancock, who was perfect through 4 before walking Brent Rooker. He kept the A's scoreless, allowed just a single hit through 6, the lone run, a home run given up by Andres Munoz in the 9th. First pitch for a matinee series finale is at 12:05 p.m. today. Mariners pregame show starts at 11, immediately following us right here on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time. From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
this is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now.
We are with you for about an hour before we send you to the Mariners pregame show because the Seattle Mariners have a chance to beat the A's and take over first place in the AL West. But, Bump, that is not what we're talking about to start the show. We'll get to the Mariners and headline rewrites coming up at 10:15. Right now, we got to talk about Mike McDonald dropping a bar. And, look, I'm always envious, Bump, as you know, of people who say cool things. You do it so effortlessly sometimes, but I think you'll be very proud of what you hear from Mike McDonald here. He's talking about, this was from OTAs yesterday, off-season messaging, and says rather than running it back, they want to run it forward.
We're using the term we want to run it forward, it meaning our process and who we are. And I think this is going to be a conversation that, something that we're going to talk about consistently. I don't think it's a one and done type of conversation. Really, it's just how we talk about how we operate all the time. It's something that we're having conversations with our team and our units every day about who we want to be and how we want to do things. And this situation is no different. So it's really nothing more than or less than that.
Bump, what does running it forward as opposed to running it back mean to you?
I don't think he did a great job explaining that. I wanted some more out of that, Coach. But I get what he's saying. Running forward, let's continue along with our process and how we do things. So let's run it forward. We're not running it back. Last year was a different year. That was a different team. So that's what I get out of it. And I'm sure as the season progresses, he'll get a little bit more into detail with that. And the players will too.
Yeah. You know what I would have said? I would have said, we don't just want to rinse and repeat. We want to always evolve. And that, to me, is what running it forward means as opposed to running it back. It's not about just if we just do the same thing over and over and over and over again, it'll produce the same results, which you know and I know and everyone knows isn't necessarily true. That does not mean getting away from who you are and your approach and your philosophy, but it does mean constantly trying to keep up and not just resting on your laurels and assuming that you can do exactly the same things and get the same result. A little bit more here on that atmosphere. He talked about the wrong intent and what that can do.
Well, we're trying to create an atmosphere where our guys can go, do the best they can, prepare, to the best of their ability, and then once we walk out on the field, go rip it, go put our best foot forward, not be afraid to fail, and as long as the intent's there, it's so much better process working with our guys to help train them and help get in a position where they can go play great football. But if they're coming out with the wrong intent, then it just kind of the whole process just gets roadblocked.
Now, once again, I'm not exactly sure what the wrong intent means in this case. But I do appreciate him saying you can't be afraid to fail. There's so much pressure on this team right now, Bump. There's a target on their back.
Yeah, there is, but it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like – we were there yesterday, and we're around the guys. We talked to a couple, and it doesn't feel like they are uptight or nervous about, having that target on their back. And honestly – there are some situations where they don't have their target on their back because people are already crowning the Rams. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that puts a chip on their shoulder rather than have a target on their back. But, there's no hiding what this team is now.
Yeah.
Last year it took a while for people to kind of believe in them and to buy into what they're doing. This year, I think even though some people will put the Rams in front of them, they still respect everything that's going on here.
All right, let's talk about one of the changes this year. You can't run it back. or run it forward when you don't have exactly the same offensive coordinator. You have a new one here with Brian Fleury. Last year's run game coordinator with Kyle Shanahan's 49ers had been with Shanahan for about 9 seasons. So same system, but still a new guy here. And so understandably, there's been a lot of concern about play calling. Oh, first-year play caller. What kind of obstacles is he going to run into? Shifting gears, taking a listen to Mike McDonald talking about play calling duties.
It's a team effort. We talked about it a little bit today in the team meeting, but, if you want to be decisive in some of those situations, you got to do your homework and you got to have a lot of preparation. So do the necessary preparation to be in those situations. And it's my responsibility to design periods in an off season and a training camp where we can have those type of exposures so we can get that experience and have those conversations, much like we did last year with Clint. And so we can always put our best foot forward. But there's a lot of people that are contributing to designing calls and when and the feedback that's kind of the feedback loop that happens from play to play. Brian will have his own twist on how he calls it, and as we expect him to, we want to make it unique to him.
What did you make of that? It's not that play calling duties are overrated literally, but he's saying it doesn't rest entirely on one person. We're doing this as a team. Do you agree with that approach? I'm still a little nervous about having a new OC.
No, I agree with it because, you have to learn how to delegate some stuff. There's no way that Fleury can really have everything so tight by himself. Of course, he has his hands all over everything, and he's going to be ultimately the one responsible for things. But it's going to take the running back coach to make sure pass pro is on point. The O-line coach as well. Maybe the receiver and quarterback coaches come up with some concepts that they like that's already being implemented into his offense. So there are some things where they'll come together to come up with a game plan. But when it's time to call a play on third down, it's going to be our guy Fleury that's going to make the final call. But then you gather information. I mean, if you ever go to the press box or wherever where Rabel and Wyman are calling the play, you look to your left, there are like 15 to 20 coaches in that room. All have their own responsibilities. This guy's taking data for this. This guy's taking data for that. So when he says collectively, game day, I think that's what he means as well, is that he's going to collect the data. He's going to call his plays according to the information he's being given.
I have so much stuff here. Do you want to talk about, let's try to narrow it down here. Do you want to talk about tweaking the defense and evolving the defense? Do you want to talk about some running backs and injury updates? Updates. Okay. Let's go to why Manuel Wilson wasn't there, and then the latest on wide receiver Torrey Horton.
Manuel's got a personal thing going on right now, and Torrey's made a lot of great strides. He's going to seems like we got some feedback that can really accelerate his recovery, which is great. And so he deserves some good news. He's been working really, really hard, and it's one of those things, like you don't have a timetable until you do, and that just shows you got to just keep grinding away at it. And so some good news back on Torrey's front, which is really exciting. And again, we'll have a better feel for Torrey as we enter training camp.
All right, pick your poison here. We can talk. We still haven't had a chance to see Emmanuel Wilson. If you want to focus on the running backs and just kind of what you're going to be watching with that group. Also, there is some good news there about Torrey Horton maybe being able to get back a little more closer to end of spring as opposed to training camp.
Why not talk about all of them?
Talk about all of them.
Why not do that?
Okay.
Emmanuel, I think that's something that the Hawks do a great job of doing, is allowing people to be humans outside of this football thing. Like, you got some personal stuff going on, you go ahead and handle that. As far as Horton's been like the weirdest one to me because we don't really know. There's been an ankle, there's been some shins, but it's never specific. Like, my man has the worst shin splints I've ever heard in my life, or the ankle is just swole up. They're giving us like the hockey type injury report. Lower body, upper body. So
leg.
That one's a little weird to me. But hey, if he could be out there, I'm sure he would be out there. The training staff would make sure that he's ready to go. But here's the messed up part about what football is with the injuries or the absence of Wilson, that gives opportunity for someone else.
Yep.
Like, there's Kenny McIntosh, more reps. Jadarin, we already know is going to be there. Give him more reps. Halani more reps. So that's just football. That's how it goes.
You're listening to Bump and Stacy on Seattle Sports and the Seattle Sports app. The Mariners have a chance to take over first place for the first time this season. Plus, a new sports villain emerges. It's all coming your way next in Headline Rewrites.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They caught it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
Every family has a story to tell. At Dunn Lumber, ours is about trust. During the Great Depression, trust was hard to come by. People were so skeptical of banks. Customers would stop by the lumberyard, put their money in an envelope, and leave it in this safe. The safe still stands today as a symbol of our most valuable asset, your trust. If there's ever anything we can do to better earn your trust, email me personally. Mike Dunn at DunnLumber.com.
Dunn Lumber, building trust since 1907.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You deserve a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Switch today. Get started for $60 a month for 12 months when you add an advanced solution to a qualifying internet package. Limited time offer. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and autopay with bank account required. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off, They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I've always wanted to learn French, but the app I tried didn't help.
If you want to memorize words in another language, there's an app for that. But if you want to really learn another language, there's Babbel. Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different. Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Babbel feels like it was created intentionally by people who really know what you need to learn another language. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Want to really learn another language? Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to save up to 50%. Babbel.com.
Compassion, communication, results. That's Pendergast Law Personal Injury Lawyers. Go to PendergastLaw.com. That's PendergastLaw.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to it at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Extra, extra, real
Headline rewrites.
We must make headlines.
The real story behind the headlines in today's news.
Powered by Bay Alarm Security Services.
With Bump Stacy.
Headline number one, the Mariners go for a series sweep of the A's today and can be in first place with a win. What's the real headline?
And yet the vibes don't really feel like it. Bump, it's not even a joke, rather an observation about how weird the start to the season has been, how disappointing it's been, and yet the Mariners could be back here, off day Thursday, but back in Seattle on Friday, in first place.
It doesn't feel like it, but it can feel like it. It's in a couple of days, I feel like. You know, if you get this done, you come home, you win a couple games, then maybe it starts you, but I'm with you 100%. It's been a weird year so far, but they're still in it. And that's all you can ask for, is to be in the mix. So let's get it done today.
How much does winning just do something? I keep wondering, like, for instance, when we got talking about the piggyback yesterday, I was thinking, like, I mean, I guess if they were already in first place and they were 10 games over 500 or something crazy, I don't know that everyone's quite as upset about it. How much could winning just fix the vibes rather than Dan or someone else doing something?
I think winning fixes the vibes for everyone who's not involved in the piggyback.
Okay.
If you're involved in the piggyback, you're still going to feel some type of way.
Vibes are still off.
But I think for everyone else, they're like, hey, we're in first place.
Yeah.
So Castillo and Miller are always going to have some type of feeling about this stuff.
All right. Another lefty on the mound today, Curtis, right?
That's right, Jeffrey Springs.
Well, let's hope
Springing has not sprung.
Sprung. What's next?
Headline rewrites.
Let's hope those springs have uncoiled.
Let's hope springs eternal. That doesn't do anything, though. Hope spring into action. Let's hope the Mariners can spring into action.
Brings a lot of home
Curtis,
runs.
next headline.
Okay, all right. Headline number two, the Oklahoma City Thunder are a win away from another trip to the NBA Finals after defeating the Spurs 127-114 in Game 5. What's the real headline?
We'd like to welcome the rest of the sports world to hating the Thunder.
I just loved how hyped Curtis sounded reading that headline right there.
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen. I think it goes to 7 games, though. I think that Wemby and the squad, they go home, they right their wrongs. I mean, Wemby did get to the free throw line 12 times. Good for him. You know, Shea got there 17 times. Yeah. I think it's all about home court advantage. I think the Spurs fans are going to show up. I think Fox is going to do his thing. But I think it goes 7, and OKC probably gets this one.
So how would the Spurs get it done? Wemby doesn't have to be, like, superhuman, right? I know that OKC's deeper, but okay, you're nodding, Ian's nodding.
He does.
Curtis, I'm sure, is just like, yeah, that's okay. Well, he can be superhuman, though. He's already halfway there by virtue of being 10 feet tall.
He needs one of those 40-point games, 15 rebounds, 8 blocks. I mean, he needs to put together an unbelievable game, which he's capable of doing.
Yeah.
It's just a lot to ask for, you know, and he's playing a lot of minutes, too. Played 38 minutes. That's the most on his team, the most out of anybody on the court yesterday. I know he's a young 22, but eventually you get gassed.
I'll say this. I do not want to see OKC win another championship, just for obvious reasons. I do think that OKC going gives me more of a rooting interest in an NBA Finals that I'd otherwise not really have a rooting interest in. But, like, the Knicks are really fun to me. Weirdly, despite being in New York and underdog, and everyone now hates OKC. Like, that storyline-wise, in terms of watching and being actually invested, if the Spurs advance, I'm like, I'm cool if either team wins.
Everyone wins.
Everyone wins. Can everyone win? Let's
when the
end it
Thunder
now.
lose, everyone wins. So
Yeah.
I'd rather see it this round personally.
Fair.
That's so weird, everyone picking. I mean, I get why we're on OKC, but it's
Yeah.
Oklahoma City. You know, like, have you been to Oklahoma City? I went last year for the first time.
Was it on accident?
Hey, yeah, I got my plane had to land because of weather. Then I had to drive through Oklahoma City to get to another airport, and there's nothing there.
I know that it's really weird that OKC would be the villain against New York, but there's something about, you guys have talked about it, there's something about the Thunder, about SGA, that people just don't
Unethical
like.
hoops. It's awful.
Headline rewrites.
Headline number 3, the Vegas Golden Knights have clinched their third trip to the Stanley Cup Finals in just 9 seasons of existence. What's the real headline?
Man, some people make it look so easy.
The craziest part about this is that they fired their head coach before the playoffs. They
Yeah.
literally said, you got us to the playoffs. We don't like what's happening. We're going to fire you. And our guy is going to get us to the Stanley Cup Finals, which is crazy. That is a sign of just they got something that works over there. There's a system. There's a process. Something they're doing over there works. They need to be studied immediately and need to share their secrets.
Obviously, what they're doing is unique to expansion teams. Most expansion teams, as you know, Bump, you, Curtis, look more like Seattle has than anyone else, where they just, like, stumble. They're bad for a long time because it takes a long time to rack up that talent and those prospects. But Vegas just found all the loopholes and, to their credit, exploited them. Took advantage of it. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, they've that, but they've also been aggressive in acquiring stars.
very good point.
They got Mitch Marner this last offseason. They traded for Jack Eichel a couple of years ago. Like, those two guys are capital D dudes in the NHL, and clearly what they've got going on there is attractive enough to woo that talent towards Vegas. Now, Vegas is a fun city to be in, but it's also probably a lot more fun when you're winning too. And I mean, they've just won every single year. And I think this is, in their 9 seasons, I think this is also like their 5th trip to the conference finals. Like, they're so stupid in their production. Get very jealous when the Kraken, who only joined the league a couple of years after them, you see how long it's taken them to
how
even
did the
establish
Kraken do
anything.
it then? Real question for both of you. How did the Kraken do it, Bump?
Aggressive.
Yeah.
You got to be aggressive in free agency. You got to go get guys, get talent, because they've tried to draft and develop and haven't done a great job with that. So, it's just what Curtis said, man. You have to be aggressive and go pay for some talent.
All right, well, we have a short show today. We are sending you to Mariners pregame coming up at 11 for a matinee series finale. First pitch is going to be at 12:05. Again, pregame show starts at 11. Curtis is sticking around. You'll hear him on postgame, hopefully talking about the Mariners sweeping the A's and being in first place. So still to come, Julian Love, we got a chance to talk to him yesterday. Bump and I are going to play that interview for you coming up at around 10:40. And then before we get to that, it's Wednesday. And it's not 10:45, but it's Wednesday, and Bump's got 3 things to rant about. Get off my lawn, coming your way next.
Have you downloaded the Seattle Sports app?
We're going to have a challenge right here.
What are you waiting for?
Listen to this.
Every pitch.
Here comes the 3-2.
Every game.
Swung on and missed. Got him.
One app for free.
How about that, folks?
The Seattle Sports app. Every game.
Julio racing back.
Right in the palm of your hands.
Makes a leap and makes the catch.
Plus the latest Mariners news, insider access, video, and podcasts.
They got it. Wow.
The Seattle Sports app.
How would you like to invest in the Seattle real estate market, one of the hottest and most stable regions in the country, and achieve a great rate of return on your investment without the effort of sourcing a deal, the expense and time of building permits, or all the hassles that come with being a landlord? Hi, I'm Scott Rireka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Invest in the stability and ease of Legacy Group Capital's Northwest Fund. Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
So, how's your research going?
Surprising! After I figured out the top-rated TVs in our price range, I went shopping for deals.
And who's the best?
It wasn't the internet, and it wasn't the warehouse club.
But?
It was video only. They had better deals on the Samsung, LG, and the Sony TVs that got the highest scores.
Better than online and at the club?
I know! Video only beat them all. And now we can afford an even better model for the same price. My research really paid off.
If we buy it video only.
Exactly. Otherwise, we'll be sorry.
At Video Only, you won't find huge stores with refrigerators or microwaves, but you will find the best deals on top-rated TVs, soundbars, and monitors. Shop around. Just make sure you visit Video Only, because if you don't,
you'll be sorry.
In South Center, Bellevue, Linwood, Federal Way, and Tacoma, Video Only.
Hey, Brock Ewart here for my friends at People Come First, or PCF Construction Group. And if you've been dreaming of that new deck, you got to get a hold of PCF. Call them before the great weather arrives and their schedule gets totally filled up. With a new deck, patio cover, heater, and fireplace from PCF, you can enjoy the outdoors year-round no matter what the weather brings. And for a limited time, how about this? Get 50% off demolition costs up to $5,000 when you book your project with PCF. Contact People Come First Construction Group for all the details. They designed and built our outdoor living space, and we love it. Start planning and designing your dream deck now so you're ready to build this summer. Planning, permitting, and construction can take a little time, so get started today. Get project ideas, browse their amazing photos, and look at all the offer details at pcfgroup.com.
Making your outdoor space your favorite place. With People Come First.
Wait! Before you change the station, listen to this.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KRS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll also get a vacation voucher and a tax deduction.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Mariners and A's today in Sacramento. 12:05 first pitch, 11 a.m. pregame. Get every pitch of every game for free on the Seattle Sports app.
And we're back. The big headline today. Your Washington Credit Union, WSECU, has done it again.
5 straight years as Forbes' best in-state credit union. That's a dynasty, Rick, like 5 straight championship rings.
Or 5 seasons hitting 400, Steve.
Holy catfish! If you want a team that wins year after year, join your Washington Credit Union, WSECU. Details at WSECU.org.
Around here, we see a lot of people head out. No matter where they're going, we just help make sure they're ready. Before you hit the road, get a pre-trip safety check from Les Schwab Tires. It's free. Plus, this May, save up to $200 on select sets of 4 tires, including all-terrain, highway, all-season, and all-weather. So go ahead. Explore with confidence. Les Schwab Tires. We're here to help you take the long way. Limited time offer while supplies last. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
Guys, tired all the time? Gaining weight? Low drive? These aren't just signs of aging. They could be low testosterone or other underlying issues. This June for Men's Health Month, Revive Men's Health in Washington is helping men take control of their health with a free, comprehensive wellness panel. a $400 value included when starting treatment. Your panel checks key health markers, including testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidneys, liver, and thyroid, so you can finally understand what your body's been trying to tell you. Since 2011, over 120,000 men have trusted Revive to get real results. More energy, better sleep, improved mood, and confidence that shows. If something feels off, don't wait. Get answers, get a plan, and start feeling better. This offer ends June 30th. Schedule your free, comprehensive wellness panel today. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
All right, coming up in about 10 minutes, we're going to take a listen to our interview with Julian Love. It's a fantastic interview. Had a chance to catch up with the Seahawks defensive leader yesterday after OTAs. But right now, Bump, it's Wednesday, and there are 3 things driving you crazy. And we always try to create a safe space for you to be vulnerable about these and just kind of get them off your chest. So what's going on with Get Off My Lawn?
I'm a man. I'm 40.
All right, first up, this one's a little weird. Okay. This one's a little weird, okay? So I think that people should be forced to advertise their business for exactly what it is, right? You cannot leave any gray area. People should know exactly what they're going to get. Don't be hiding things. It should be straight up. Okay. So last weekend, I went to go play some golf. I'm golfing. I'm like, all right, after golf, I'm like, maybe go get a beverage. Stacy, your boy accidentally pulled up to one of those golf stands. I mean, not coffee stands, excuse me. One of those coffee stands, okay? It was just yellow, and I'm like, cool, let me go get some coffee. And I pulled up, and the barista was not what I expected.
And was not wearing what
and it made me so nervous. I'm like, this poor little girl, this creepy old man pulled up to get some dang coffee.
I'm so sorry.
My God. I'm like, I'm not looking at her in her eyes. I'm looking straight forward. And I'm like, why? It should be clear what this is. It should not be a mystery. Usually when those things you see, they're pink, they're neon, they have these little things that let you know.
Face.
Yeah, something where I'm like, okay,
Sexy little silhouette.
We're not going there. This one was just yellow. Just plain yellow, coffee. I'm like,
you're like,
cool.
Let's go.
What if I had my son with me? My 16-year-old son, and we're pulling up to this. Now he's scarred for life. He goes, I didn't know this. He probably knows
his life.
He probably knows that's out there. You know what I mean? But he don't need to be going to that. It's the first time I've ever been in one of those, and it was on accident.
Did you order?
Yeah, I still got coffee.
Yeah, I feel like if you pull up to the window,
it's weird.
You just gotta kind of push through.
You gotta order, because then she's like, she's gonna call the police. A creeper came up and just dipped. Like, what's going on?
What did you order?
Oh my God! I just got a black coffee. I just drink my coffee black. Okay. I just want a black coffee. Yeah. And then I'm thinking, mom and pop, support mom and pop. I'm not going to Starbucks.
Okay.
Let's hit this little corner spot right here.
Yeah.
It was in Bothell. It wasn't like a shady area.
You are supporting small business.
I don't know if I that was
giving back to the community.
I felt weird, Stacy. I felt weird.
You were weird. I have a friend when I was in college that worked at one of those, and there are a lot of weirdos. There are a lot of weird dudes.
Oh man, yeah, that was bad.
Oh God,
that was bad.
Oh, that's funny. I was like, where's this going?
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
All right.
Oh, someone said, did you tip?
Yes, I tipped. I feel like you have to over tip.
Now it's weirder.
I feel like you have to over tip. What, to get $2? I'm like, anyway, we're done with that.
You made it weirder.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Someone said, Bump, no.
No. Yes. I still get a cringy feeling thinking about that right now.
What if it was like you ordered a latte or something? It's the best one you've ever had, and you're like, now I have to go back.
She just makes great coffee, babe. I'm sorry.
Can I get a punch card? Can I get a punch card? All right.
Okay.
So listen. Remember, Curtis? I went to that AEW thing like a month or two ago,
Absolutely.
and my respect for wrestling has just gone up because they're clearly athletes. You know, the hits aren't real, but the falls are real. Some of the slaps are real.
Flips, jumps,
they're athletes. I respect them. But this is what I don't respect. Do not put wrestlers on First Take analyzing a wrestling match. What are we doing? Like, we know they know the results of this. They're sitting there saying, I'm going to fight my heart out, and I'm made for this. You know if you're going to lose or not, right? Keep it just to the moves that you make. Oh, so-and-so does this move from the top rope where they flip and land. You're sitting here trying to sell me on something, and you know the results already. This is not Game 7, okay? I appreciate wrestlers for who you are. My respect has gone up tremendously for you guys. But ESPN, stop doing this to us. I want to hear about Game 7. I want to hear about the Stanley Cup. Right. I want to hear about WNBA.
Right.
I don't want to hear about something that's predetermined already.
Yeah.
And if they do come on, just talk about yourselves and your journey and how you became the wrestler and your moves, because you're speaking as if Chapter 5 ain't already written and you know how this is going to end already. It happened to me this morning. I'm walking on the treadmill. I go, why am I listening to this wrestler analyze something that we already know the ending to? It's not real.
Wouldn't it be funny if when you listen to real analysis about real games, they still teased it as though it was like that? Like they're talking about Game 6 between the Spurs and OKC, and they're like, but we'll see what happens.
They show up the next day. Everyone knows the results already, and you're talking about the game as if we didn't just watch the game. Anyway, big ups to wrestlers, man. It was fun when I went to that event. But don't sass me with your analysis. Don't you do that.
The text line's still going crazy about you accidentally going to a bikini barista without knowing it. Someone said, I bet Bump reads that magazine for the articles.
Great content.
Someone
Great
said,
content.
way to support small business, Bump. Really proud of you. What's next?
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing
Someone
I've ever
else
done.
said, I don't know that your 16-year-old son would have been that upset.
I know. He probably wouldn't have, but I can't put him in that
Yeah,
situation.
no,
You got to do it
true.
yourself.
That's exactly right. Okay, what's last?
All right,
I'm a
last
man.
one.
I'm 40.
I complain all the time about going to these games and beer costing whatever, hot dogs costing whatever. I went to the Storm game last week. Even their stuff is expensive. So there's this guy who went to a Phillies game, and he's complaining about his bill.
Okay.
And it went with his kids, went with 3 kids. So you know it's going to be expensive already, right? His bill was $279. This is just off of food, right? This is what he got. 3 Pepsis, 4 hot dogs, 1 cotton candy, 17 Coors Lights, brother. 17 Coors Lights. And you're sitting here complaining about your bill.
They're robbing them blind.
Casual afternoon at the ballpark.
Yes, the Coors Lights are
Not 3
$13, which are ridiculous. All right, $13. But you got 17 and you're with your kids? I hope you didn't drive home. There's a picture with him and his kids. There's no wifey. It's just him and the kids. I hope you Ubered home. But don't be posting, complaining about what it costs to take your family to the game. When you drank 17 tall boys, you were walking sideways leaving that ballpark.
You needed
walking
your kids
sideways.
to carry you out like you
His
were their
kids
leader.
and they're all like under 6. They're all under 6.
Yeah, because you need them to hold your beers.
So, yeah, I thought that was funny. I felt it like, oh, man, that's a big bill. I know when I take my kids to the game, it's going to cost a lot. Man, I have like 2 beers max when I'm with my kids. All right, 2 beers max because, you know, you got to sober up and get ready to get back on the road. My man had 17 of them things. Don't be complaining if you drank 17 Coors Lights.
I thought for sure that you were going to say he was complaining about the prices, and then it was something like $70. And you were like, please, that's nothing.
No,
I did see someone at, God, it was in the NHL. I can't remember what game they were at, but it was $30 for a cocktail.
That's crazy.
Is it a Climate Pledge?
It's like club prices.
Yeah, that sounds like home.
Yeah, it was not at Climate Pledge, but that would be another place where I know that hard seltzers are like $20 basically. Absolutely
cocktail.
insane.
And it was probably a single shot too. $30 for a single.
Guaranteed. They probably didn't even. They just thought about it. They were like, like a whisper of it. And then it's just you're paying for soda water and just a sprinkle of alcohol is what you're doing. So. Honestly, I think what's sticking with me most from today is that I need to be more careful about what barista stands I go up to. I need to make sure to scope it out a little more carefully.
Apparently, if it's yellow, be cautious.
In hindsight, Bump, I'm really glad you didn't just speed away. I think it would have been way weirder. I think that the text line is right, and I was wrong. It would have been way weirder if you showed up and then just left.
The worst part about that situation is that, like, so I'm 40, and I have trained athletes who are now old enough to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it just looks like a baby to me. Like, it's a baby right there.
Because she is.
It's a baby.
Well,
I'm like, I want to be her dad, be like, get your butt up off this coffee stand and go home. The heck you doing here?
And then you just tipped extra.
They just tip her another $20, like, I guess.
Weirder and weirder. All right, we had a chance to catch up with Julian Love yesterday at Seahawks OTAs. Here's that conversation now. Seahawks safety Julian Love joining us right now, and you guys have just finished practice. I feel silly asking this question, but you just won a Super Bowl. Slightly different feel to the offseason? Just a little bit different?
100%. Getting out there today and warming up, all of us, the DBs, were like, man, we're back here. We're back here already.
Right?
Like, because the season was so long, it's kind of nice because the rust isn't super heavy, it feels like. It feels like, we were just here. We were just doing this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely a different feel.
Yeah, I was I follow Nas on Instagram, and I saw the banner being put up back there. Yeah. And I'm standing out there watching you guys practice. I go, there has to be like a different kind of swag about this team now, right? Coming back as defending champions. I know you guys are trying to move on and stuff already, but this is the first time we get a chance to really talk to you and then just tell you how you feel coming back here.
It's crazy. I mean, you dream of it for so long, you're not sure how it feels. And honestly, it is very, like, I don't want to say this. It's surreal, but like anticlimactic at the same time.
Right.
It is like you had the parade, and it's like, okay, off season.
Yep.
Okay, let's reload. Okay, we're back to practice. Okay, we have lift and runs. Like, it kind of reloads, and that's the nature of the league. It's like you work all year for this moment, and then everyone's so quick to reset.
Right.
But we're crazy. I feel like in this building, we just had that just nuts mindset of, no, people still write us off. Like, the chip is always on the shoulder in this building, so that has been driving us for work.
I was going to say, you're right, because sometimes you'll hear, we always joke about that one time, I think it was Kirby Smart saying about Georgia, like, oh, they wrote us off. We were like, who? Like, who are you talking about? And even though you guys, wire to wire, were the best defense, and that's like by DVOA, like statistically, but also widely considered the best defense, but didn't always get credit for being just like, that's the best team. That's absolutely it. Like, I think this is a real chip on the shoulder that's pretty deserved. So when you hear something like, Seahawks, not only not favorites to get to another Super Bowl, not even favorites to win the NFC West, is part of you just like, what's new?
Yeah, it is that. I mean, it's that kind of that Jordan mindset of, like, I took it personally. Like, we're obviously on defense, we're crazy. Yeah. We have that just killer kind of mindset. But the whole team, like, we embody it. I know Mike embodies it. Like, he gets mad too when people talk about us that way. When we just climbed and reached the pinnacle, I was watching the draft a little bit. I don't tune in too much, but I saw, when the Rams picked that quarterback, and one of the commentators, I'm just kind of, might have been feeding the baby or something, and he said, yeah, this is a great situation for him. He's going to arguably the best team last year. And I looked at my wife, I'm like, what did he just say?
Looked at your baby. Are you hearing this?
I'm like, I'm burping him. I'm just, wait, what? What do you mean arguable? Like, that's just the crazy mindset and just like how people write us off so quick. There's no arguable in sports. It's either you won it all or you didn't, and we won it all. And so that fuels us. Obviously, I'm fired up a little bit about it, but it's just, we're competitors, and so we're definitely carrying into that.
Yeah.
Well, we've been holding it down for you on the airways, especially this
yelling.
one right here. She's been
let's go.
She's been yelling at clouds for y'all the last month or so.
It is crazy. You just go like, what else do they need to do?
Yeah, it's wild. But it is what it is, right? Yeah. You reset and let's go get it. So what's it like with the new guys? I mean, you've been in the league for a while, and a lot of people don't realize, like, there's turnover every single year. You never bring back the same team. Yeah. Obviously, you lose your boy, Kobe, got paid. Ain't never mad at that.
Of course.
Sounds like Bud and Ty Okada are going to be playing or fighting for a spot. Just what's it like with this new group?
It's pretty cool. I think we kind of got the recipe figured out. I think Mike on down understands what type of person works well in this building. Like, if you're coming in here, like, you got to have a chip on your shoulder, ego, swag, all that. But, like, it's a very work-forward workplace. Like, you're going to come in here and there's no shortcuts. Yep. Mike doesn't believe in shortcuts. And so you never know. It's an NIL era. Every rookie, every young guy is different. But every single person that's in the building, especially the 4 DBs we have in our room, they're humble. They're on their stuff. They're meeting extra. They're doing all of the little things. And so it's cool to see them out there now, like, and see what they're about. Yeah. And it's a lot. It's practice here. We practice pretty hard. And just looking at some of their eyes, like, kind of like, okay, this is like getting the feel for it. This is the league. it's exciting. But we got a good group, and I really like Bud. I think he's going to be really special.
Nice.
I wanted to ask you about Bud because I think it was John Schneider who joked, I don't remember Bump, but it was during the draft when he was like, he's got a ton of energy, and then he just kind of, to no one, goes, him and Spoon in the same room. Like, just no one in particular. And I was thinking, like, but yeah, because as you know, Spoon is just a certified yapper.
Oh, yeah.
All the time. How is Bud and him? Is it everything we thought it would be, which is to say probably too much?
Well, I'll talk about Spoon first. Okay. It's funny because Spoon is like the prototype for who we want in the building. Like Mike is opposite from Spoon, but there's not a person on the team he loves more than Spoon because Spoon will tell him exactly. He talks to him exactly the same way he'll talk to me or like talk to the guys in the locker room. He is himself, but he works hard. He shows up on time. He's accountable. He's a pro, and like that is that combo is rare in this league. And so I can see the comparisons with Bud. It's that rookies right now, they're getting hit with a wave of information, names, faces, installs, routine. And so like I would say their full personality isn't like bloomed yet. But we're throwing a little jabs and like a little roasting and making sure he's on point. And you can tell he has a little chip on his shoulder. Yeah. And so that's going to be, I mean, we're crazy. I keep saying that, but a defensive back room, we have every type of person you could think. And I think Bud has that swag, energy, competition, trying to be the best at everything. So he's gonna mesh well.
We know, at least my perception of Coach McDonald is that he's never done learning and trying to evolve, right? I would assume you guys have your base defense, what you like to do, your cores, but then I would also assume that he's bringing this more to the table this year, too, especially having veterans like you. I know you can't tell us what he's doing, but is he constantly adding stuff? Constantly.
I mean, he's a sicko for football. We might have been in week 6 last year, so early in the season, and he's like, I can't wait for spring next year. Like, this is a real cool. I can't wait for spring next year. I got this new yada yada kind of going in that I've been working on. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. I'm trying to focus on this week right now. We're always evolving. I think what's special about him is it's just like he's not going up there and thinking about X's on paper, on paper, the lines and all that stuff. He's thinking about, wait, who do we have in our room? All right. Like, how can I maximize this player, this player, this player? And so he's catering more towards us, which is that's the secret power. Mm-hmm. So it's not like you can't the next team over can't just do the same thing because they don't have the same people. And that's what we're bringing to the table. We're always evolving that.
Yep.
As the off-season progresses and we get into training camp and the start of the season, we won't be able to talk to you as much about this past year just because you guys will be so intently focused on looking forward. So I'll ask just while we're here and it's still May, whether there was a point, because we get this question all the time from listeners when they're like, was there a point when you thought like, oh, okay, now I'm convinced? Was there a point last year where now in hindsight, 2020, knowing you've won a Super Bowl, you look back and you go, that's when we not figured it out. You guys were so solid, but just a point you look back on and have a new appreciation for in hindsight.
Yeah, I think, well, first of all, you can always ask me about last year because I'm going to talk my I feel like somebody needs to. I know you are, and so I will, and be okay with that. But I think about the Bucs loss, which is crazy. You think back to a loss. I think about that Bucs game. We didn't play at all. Like, you look at that game and it looked gross on defense. It was just uncharacteristic style of play. Not just getting beat, but like the way we kind of were getting beat was just nasty to look at. And everyone was kind of licking their wounds after that game and like looking at each other like, are we who we say we are? Like, everyone else doesn't care who we are. In the building, we have a belief in who we are. Like, are we that? Like, there's a little doubt that kind of crept in. And then whatever that next game is, we blew whoever it was out the water. Next game after that, we reloaded, blew them out the water. And like that stretch was like, okay, we know what works. Like, it wasn't what we did in that Bucs game. It was how we did it. And so then it's like playing our style, which is it's a very buzzword around here, playing our style. It got kind of embedded into, or ingrained into who we are on a day-to-day after that game. So I just vividly think about that game, was that week 4 or something?
Yeah, week 4. Yeah. I remember Mike saying that he put it on him. He said, I might have given him too much, or we weren't doing what we normally do. I think Kobe was out that game. So you guys are dealing with some stuff. So you know how the game goes.
Yeah, Spoon wasn't playing. I wasn't playing. D-Law wasn't playing.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was
a lot going on.
It was a lot.
But tell me about this offense. Last year I think the fans were excited because there was a commitment to the run. Sam's under center, play action. Like the older I get, I was a receiver, but the older I get, the more I love packing it in and running that thing and play action off of that, right? Because the influence. I'm sure it's not exactly the same as last year, but do you see some of the same characteristics so far with this offense?
Yeah, I think obviously coordinators changed, but really that was Mike. I think when his first year, he really wanted to be that. We just didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
He wanted to, impose your will in the run game. That's you want to talk about getting him fired up.
Yeah.
Forget defense. Talk about the run game on offense and how he wants us to play. Doesn't matter who's out there. It matters how they're doing it. But we couldn't do it that first year. What was that, 24? Last year, then all offseason, it was so intentional. The coaching, he's talking about in team meetings, even the defense, we know what they're trying to do and how they're trying to build it. Out there today, you see, it's not just the linemen blocking, it's the receivers being intentional in the run game because that is impactful.
Yep.
And we have some special guys doing it. So tight ends obviously doing their thing, and then running back, we run a certain way. And so it is really cool to see and to come to fruition. And so, things change. People kind of come in and out. You want to keep talent, but it's also we want to coach this thing right because it's a style, not really we have a really good left tackle. Let's just let him be talented.
Right.
Let's play a Seahawks football on offense. And so I think it's going to be an evolution of that for sure.
Cool.
Speaking of the offense, I wanted to talk about Sam, and in particular, your guys' relationship across offense and defense. Bump and I have covered many iterations of the Seahawks, some of them closer teams than others, and I feel like you guys are a really close team, and you see those relationships show up. I cannot remember, for instance, a time, and again, we've covered guys that have been great friends and everything, but I can't remember a time when you had an Ernest Jones moment of who has an issue with Sam, let me know, right? And I think that you could sense that on both sides of the ball, on all three, including with special teams, where guys were, your guys' backs were against the wall and you were all defending each other at times. Does it feel like that's an especially close team? How'd you guys get there? Is it just personalities? Was that intentional?
I think it was a little bit of intention of the type of person we had in the building. I don't want to name names, but clearly there was a shift in cultures, coming from a few years ago to Mike and now. And personnel change, everyone wrote us off after last year after the big moves that were made. Quarterback shifting, receivers going, all that stuff. But it was a certain type of person that stayed in the building for real. And it was kind of just an environment thing. I feel like so many people were talking down on us. Last in the division, so much thing. I'm getting chirped by family, friends, and relatives you guys lost some people.
You're my cousin.
And it's dude, I'm not trying to hear that. And so you go into it kind of, I don't know what type of, I don't know what the language we could use here, but the earnest type of mindset.
We can censor anything
Ernest's
you want to say.
message was internal the entire year. We were really competitive in camp, but as soon as the season started, it's bro, forget, this isn't Jets Sam Darnold. This isn't 2017. He has proven himself these past few years that he's, a likable person. We all enjoy being around him. He's very politically correct in front of the camera, but behind in the locker room, when we're all doing our thing, talking crap, he is in the mix, gassing people up. We're close. And so, once that season started, last season, it was just dude, you're either with us or you're not. I'm tired of the Sam Darnold at the bottom of the screen. It just got so old, and I think that was our mindset for all of it. We're a team. We're the best team in football.
I fear Sam might be way funnier than we think.
Sam's funny.
I've heard a lot.
Sam's funny.
Yeah, I know that you have.
Sam's funny. He's just that guy you just want to golf with and just kind of just, I don't know, shoot the craft with. Just kind of be hanging out. I have been around him in that sort of setting, and he's quick. You got to tune in or you might miss it. He's one of those type of guys.
I feel like Bumps tried hinting at that for me, but
I've heard some good stuff about Sam.
You hear everything.
Yeah. And especially the personalities in the building. He is sitting next to a guy like Derek Hall or Spoon.
Yeah.
And it's so natural, not forced, not fake. He is who he is. He's not trying to be anybody else. But it's straight love. It's love. And Sam has some stuff to him. So he's trying to compete and he's trying to get into it a little bit as well.
Well, I'm sure it's been, even though a very short off season, a nice one to just take a quick breather. And now you guys are back in it again with OTA today's through the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Julian, it is always a pleasure to have you on. I hope we can get you again during the huddle. You're so easy to talk to, and it's been fun learning. I feel like we learned even more about this team. So thank you so much for joining us.
Anytime. I love being with you guys.
Thanks to Julian Love for joining us. For more of Bump and Stacy and to listen back to today's show, check out the Bump and Stacy podcast on the Seattle Sports app. Mariners taking on the A's for a noon first pitch. Pregame coming your way next on Seattle Sports.
Think you know the Mariners? Not if you aren't subscribed to the Daily Mariners newsletter from Seattle Sports.
That's what they've been waiting for.
The latest Mariners news and injury updates, exclusives from Mariners insider Shannon Dreyer.
You look at the pieces and how it works.
Plus the best takes and breakdowns from your favorite Seattle Sports hosts and contributors.
The Mariners seem to be trying to build something that I think is a little bit more sustainable.
The Daily Mariners newsletter.
Monster solo home run.
Subscribe at seattlesports.com/newsletter.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya guselkumab may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You deserve a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Switch today. Get started for $60 a month for 12 months when you add an advanced solution to a qualifying internet package. Limited time offer. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and autopay with bank account required. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
I've always wanted to learn French, but the app I tried didn't help.
If you want to memorize words in another language, there's an app for that. But if you want to really learn another language, there's Babbel. Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different. Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Babbel feels like it was created intentionally by people who really know what you need to learn another language. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Want to really learn another language? Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com.